All right, you guys, so this was a highly requested video that I do for you, which was my beach wave tutorial. A lot of my girls have been asking about how I do it, being that my hair is naturally a lot shorter than it seems to be because I do wear extensions. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you how I wave them, how I kind of style it, and a couple products that I use. So first, you guys saw previously that I redid my color and I blow dried it using Aranco's their High Dive, which is the Moisture and Shine leave-in serum or blow dry serum. So I did do that, and I went ahead and I made sure that my hair was fully dry before I get in there and I start using any hot tools. So first things first, for all of my lighter blondie girls, when it comes to hot tools, definitely one thing to note is you don't need it to be as high as you think you do. So we can get away with 350 degrees. Honestly, even your lowest setting is fine. Just because you feel like your hair isn't curling, it could be another reason other than your iron isn't hot enough. Same thing goes with straighteners. So for my waving tutorial, I don't use a 3-barrel. I don't use a flat iron. I use a traditional 1.5-inch barrel curling iron. I used to like, I had it years ago when I went to school, so long ago. It came in my kit, but I loved the original gold, the Marcel iron, and you would actually like turn it when you would curl, and a lot of girls could not figure it out. It took me forever to learn how to do it, but something about the barrel, the way that my waves turned out, it was beautiful, and I was never able to find another iron similar until I found this one. So this is a 1.5-inch. It's actually a Hot Shot Tools from Sally's. I bought a second one and I put it in my salon suite, and I've used it behind the chair for years because it isn't very expensive, but it gets the job done and my curls last for days. So another fun fact about me, I tell my girls a lot that I don't wash my hair very often, which is true. I honestly am about every 8 to 10 days with washing, and I constantly restyle my hair, but to be honest, I probably only curl my hair maybe 2 times out of those 8 to 10 days. So I am definitely a lot of a dry shampoo user, and I kind of just let my natural hair do its thing. A lot of people ask too how I don't get greasy, and to be honest with you, I'm a very oily person, my face and my skin especially, but for some reason on my scalp, ever since I stopped washing my hair every day, it doesn't get greasy anymore. And I also work out 6 days a week, so with the sweat and the buildup and all those kinds of things, dry shampoo is honestly, it's an essential. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop in onto how I wave. So I also don't like to use any clips or anything when I'm waving. I don't usually, when I'm curling, it's when it's freshly blow dried. So I feel like when you're clipping stuff up and out of the way, it creates extra little crimps that you don't really need. But I always start on one side, whatever your favorite, we all have favorite sides of our hair, but for me, for some reason, I always start on the right and then I move to the left. And I don't like my waves to be pretty like Shirley Temple waves, so I usually kind of start in the back. I take sections that are about, I'd say about 1 inch thick, and I just kind of roll it through the middle. And then because I like it to be a little bit of a beachy, kind of relaxed wave, I actually leave this little tail end out. I don't curl that. And that kind of creates that cascade where, you have your really pretty curl, but then it's kind of relaxed. And being that my hair is really fresh and washed, you guys, it's probably going to curl a lot more. But I don't comb out or brush out until I am completely done with all my curls. It gives them a little bit of time to cool off. And if you let the hair cool like that, it'll actually last you a little bit longer. So, and as you can see, I start to get my natural hair in here with my extension hair, and that's okay. You just want to make sure you're not taking too wide of a section, or else that hair isn't really going to curl. It's just going to kind of get warm, and then yeah, it won't really do much after that. And then as I just kind of go, I just kind of grab sections where I feel I'm not really too structured when it comes to waves. I don't really like my hair to look super like stiff, so I kind of just get in there where I feel like I need curls. And once they're kind of a little bit cooled off, I kind of pull them and just kind of just kind of piece them out a little bit. I don't want them to be too bouncy or too structured. Another thing is too, if you over curl your hair, that does happen sometimes, and it's usually when our hair is super fresh. Either you let it sit, you know, just a little too long or whatever. You can kind of take like a flat iron or a brush, and you just kind of comb out a little bit. And as you can see down in here how you're kind of getting that like super curl. That's because your hair is freshly blow dried most of the time. A lot of the time when you are curling dirty hair or second day hair, which is what we all love as stylists, a lot of us for styling, we love second day hair. It'll kind of relax itself a little bit quicker, and it's not as voluminous, which is why we tend to use, you know, volume sprays or texture sprays and those kinds of things. So as you can see, I'm starting to get a really nice cascade here. And not all curling irons squeak, but mine does because it's old. Okay, so you can kind of see how we've got these waves going, and they're starting to relax a little bit. And I kind of go through kind of similar to like your straightener, and I just kind of run it through once or twice. Definitely not like super hard because you don't want to damage your hair, but it just kind of helps those ends just relax a little bit. And as you can see how we kind of get that nice little wave. And then, so I'm going to show, let me adjust my camera a little bit, how I do this top section. So for me, I don't like a whole lot of volume up here. When I'm curling, I do it after because I do tend to tease my hair, and I do like that volume look. I just don't want to add it with the curl, because then you end up with like a funky, almost like an 80s curl look, which if you want that, that's great. But for me, I'm not a fan. So I take this section here, and I just go once around and just kind of gently slide it towards the end and relax it. And I do the same thing all the way through. And yeah, sorry, my curling iron squeaks quite a bit, but it's been used for a long time. And as you can see, you get that nice little pop of a curl there. Now, the front is a little tricky for girls who have shorter hair like me. I do have more short layers here in the front and around my face, so I actually try to not curl those a whole lot. I just mostly just kind of run the iron through it just slightly, and it just creates just a little bit of movement. And then here, so I don't have the longest bangs, but I just kind of go a little bit to the end and then let it go. And then I kind of just do that through here. I don't want a whole lot of volume there. Sorry if you can hear Brayden in the background. He's probably watching Garfield or something. And then we just kind of let that go. Just like that, really nice and relaxed. Once in a while you'll get like a little haywire curl, but that's fine. And then same thing right here. So with these, I kind of try to stay just a little bit closer to the base because my bangs aren't very long. Oh, he's watching Power Rangers, sorry. And then just like I did with the other curls, I just kind of run it through once. Just to kind of heat them up and relax them a little bit. And then like that. And then if they get a little crazy, you can do it more than one time. Just be careful. And then with these little ends right here, I just kind of piece them out just a little bit. And that gives you that really nice cascade curl. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move over to this side. And same thing, I kind of just start in the back and I kind of just take piece by piece where I feel like I go. I don't really have a whole lot of structure to it. Again, leaving the ends out because that creates more of a wave versus like a blowout curl. And if you guys don't know what blowout curls are, maybe I'll do one of those for you, another video on that. So that's kind of more of that like Victoria's Secret like blowout, you know, where it all curls in and under, and it's really pretty. It just isn't done with a hot iron, it's done with a blow dry and a round brush. So a lot of those are like blow dry sets, which are really fun to do actually. I love those. I haven't done one in a while. But yeah, so we just kind of go around the head, obviously taking vertical sections and wrapping it around the iron. And just kind of, I don't let it sit very long either. That's the other thing. I don't like them to be super tight. So when you just kind of let it loosely do its thing, they tend to fall naturally in a really pretty way. And yeah, and you just kind of keep doing that until you're where you started. And I think it's especially important in the front to leave the curls out because at the ends here, because sometimes when they get too curly, they get a little crazy. And as you can see here, so I do have extensions. So this is my hair right here underneath. And it does tend to stick out sometimes when I curl. So how I combat that is I just take the curling iron around. Oh, see, it gets sticky because it's old. I just take the curling iron around one time and just kind of slide it through and drop it. And it blends right in. And that will happen from time to time, especially my other girls who know they've got extensions in, and you just kind of learn to work with it until it grows a little bit. Thankfully, my hair has grown significantly since I first put my extensions in years and years ago. My hair has started to grow quite a bit. Okay, so now you can kind of see it's starting to blend in. We're starting to get that nice shape. So we do need to do the top here. And just like we did on the other side, so we're gonna grab that layer there. And we're gonna go once around and let it sit and pull it out. And then through here, we don't want it to be so curly crazy, so we're just gonna kind of slide that down to the ends there, just give it a little bit of movement, just like we did on the other side. Same thing. And honestly, when it comes to curling and those kinds of things, everybody finds their own groove. Not everybody curls the same. Like some people prefer to use a straightener, some people prefer to use an iron. It's totally up to you what you prefer to do. So it is nice watching different tutorials so you can kind of see how everybody does it. But honestly, just do what works for you. That's the best advice I can give. Is if you feel like, hey, you know what, I watched this girl and hers was super easy, then awesome. And if you don't like it, don't worry, because there's plenty of tutorials out there for everyone. And all right, we're just gonna curl these up. And then see, sometimes we miss little hairs, so that's all right. This one's being a little stubborn spot here, but I think it's because my hair was freshly washed and blow dried. All right, and then we're just gonna run that through and just say through. Perfect. And I always kind of comb through and see if there's any spots maybe where I could touch it up or change something or yeah. Over here. All right, and so this is how we have our base wave. So I really like it. It turned out really good. My hair is a little freshly clean, so it's kind of crazy, but that's okay. Definitely like how the bangs turned out for sure. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get into products. So we have our base curl, everything looks great. I do like a little bit of volume, so I am gonna tease a little bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put in, I love this stuff. I do sell it in the suite, so if you guys are looking for good products, let me know. But this is the Joico, this is the Hair Shake, and it's a little bit of a newer product, but I love it. So it definitely gives a ton of volume. It definitely doesn't feel tacky when it's dry, but you can tell it gives the hair just a little bit of grit so that when you do put it in, it will last. And I love texture spray, so we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna shake it up really good. Give it a good shake. And I always do like a little test pump. And then we're just gonna kind of go in and just spray it through all the hair. And you can see already that it's already, like, the hair's already growing, which is awesome. I am all about volume, as you guys know. Same thing on the other side here. I love me some volume, and it smells really good too. It doesn't smell a whole lot like alcohol, which is awesome. And then I usually take my comb and I take the smaller side of it. Now I do like a lot of volume, not everybody does, but I like a lot of volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start right at the tip of my crown here. And I just tease. And the nice thing about the texture spray is it gives it a little bit of grit without being sticky. And as you can see, the hair just gets a nice little boost. And then I kind of go from here to the sides. And again, this side. And try to be careful because when you guys do put a lot of texture spray in, you are going to get a little tangled here. And sometimes, I mean, I'm guilty of doing it too, but I just like rip through it, and like you don't want to do that because it's definitely going to cause some breakage, so you want to be careful. All right, and then I don't really tease my bangs. Some people do. You can kind of just get in there and just kind of give it a couple little once throughs. I just don't like it to be a whole lot of volume right there, because when they're brushed out, they kind of get a little crazy. All right, looks pretty good, pretty even. And as you can see, that texture spray really started to work as it dried. Definitely got a lot of volume here. And then to finish it off, so I'm going to use the Give Me Hold Flexible Hairspray from 11. 11 Australia, they're absolutely amazing, you guys. I love all of the smells of all of their products, to be honest. I've never had a line other than Joico that I seriously loved the smell of every single product, and they were definitely them. They use a lot of essential oils and a lot of really good, healthy ingredients in their products. So not only is your hair getting what it needs style-wise, but it's also getting the nutrients too. And if anybody is looking to order, I do carry them in my suite, and I do have a relationship with them, so I know how to get the product if you need it. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and take this. And I don't like a whole lot of hairspray. I mean, I do use quite a bit, but since I'm at home and stuff, you know, we don't need a whole lot, so I'm not gonna overdo it. But just kind of give it a once over. Kind of right around the bang area. And one more time. And there you have it. So you got gorgeous waves. Definitely gonna last me a while. Yeah. I really like it. Feels good, feels sturdy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know if anybody is looking to, you know, if you need products, if you need guidance, if you just need somebody to talk to. I just want to put it out there that I understand right now is a very rough time for a lot of people. I have a Facebook group specifically for San Diego Blonde clients. I also have my Instagram, which is where I'm going to be posting this tutorial. And I just want to say to everybody, please do not hesitate to reach out if you feel like you need somebody to talk to. I know it is so hard right now with everybody staying home. We're afraid, you know, that we're not going to be able to go out and go back to work, and I totally get it. I am missing my clients like crazy, and I'm missing my suite like crazy. But I just wanted to film a couple of these videos for you guys to, you know, kind of get that feel of, you know, maybe we're not in the salon, but we're here together, and I am here for you. I will always be here for you. And I just, if there's one thing that can make us feel happy, and if it's learning how to do those perfect wavy curls, then let it be that. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of our first responders and our doctors and our nurses, and thank you to the teachers, because I know this whole the electronic and the social distancing and the distant learning, it's so hard, and I just really thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for making this place hopefully safe again, so that people like me and all of my stylist friends and my clients can return to our normal lives. So love y'all very much. Thank you for sticking it out with me for a couple hours today with all these tutorials, and I hope you learned some good info. If I said, if anybody wants to know how to get their hands on any of the products I used, please let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.